Hey everyone, I'm Bob from World 5 List, and from bizarre to downright frightening, today I'll show you 10 of the creepiest toys ever. Number 10. Little Miss No Name. The first toy on my list is both creepy and a bit depressing. YouTube broadcaster and doll collector QPie83 summarizes the popular opinion of Little Miss No Name as a scary little doll with a sad-looking face. Released in 1965 by Hasbro, Little Miss No Name is barefoot, holding her hand out as if to be begging, and dressed in a dress that resembles a burlap sack held together by the back with a big safety pin. In other words, she looks a little homeless. The doll also has huge brown eyes, which to many is her creepiest feature, but was a common characteristic of dolls and artwork during the 60s, and an equally oversized removable tear that streams down her face. On the box that Little Miss No Name came in was a poem. I need someone to love me. I want to learn and play. Please take me home with you and brush my tear away. Little Miss No Name is a stark contrast to the glamorous Barbie doll who seemed to have everything from a mansion to a boat to a limitless wardrobe. Perhaps this is Hasbro's way of teaching little girls to be compassionate and non-judgmental. Whatever their thinking was, Little Miss No Name wasn't a big seller and remained on toy store shelves for only 1 year. Number 9. Hugo, a Man of 1,000 Faces. The Hugo Man of 1,000 Faces puppet is strange enough to make Little Miss No Name seem kind of pleasant, and maybe even cute in comparison. Developed by writer, director, and special effects artist Alan Ormsby, and manufactured by the Kenner Toy Company, this disturbing toy came out in 1975 and is best remembered for its large, lifelike sky blue eyes that seem to pierce and stare right through you. Hugo's blank yet somehow demonic stare was scary enough on its own, but he also came with a makeup kit and a plethora of accessories. Just in case the child playing with him wanted to make his appearance even more nightmarish. This weird toy was featured in a ventriloquist bit of the pilot episode of Pee Wee Herman's HBO stage show. And as creepy as Hugo may be, it's become somewhat of a collector's item, and a complete set is both rare and very costly. Number 8. Skinny Bones. But first, if you're new here, welcome. Be sure you subscribe and let me know about your creepiest toy in the comments below. This do-it-yourself kit was made by Louis Marks & Company and came out in 1970. It enabled children to build a toddler-sized stick figure of a doll of a little boy with a human-like head and set of hands. Freakishly lanky blue limbs, skinny bones, it was all weird enough on its own. But there's more where that came from. There was an entire Bones family that could be purchased and put together. Other family members, to name a few, including a girl doll named Guinea Bones and a dog named Ham Bones. Get it? Ham Bones? The Skinny Bones family may seem pointless and strange to some, but the vintage toy has been known to sell on eBay for anywhere from $75 to $250. Number 7. Mommy-to-be doll. Meet Judith, the pregnant imitation Barbie doll that came out in 1991, selling for just $19.95. She came complete with a detachable baby bump and the baby. Those willing to pony up $59 would also get the baby daddy and a collection of baby accessories, including a changing table, a bag of diapers, a rattle, and other miscellaneous items. In a rather morbid, albeit quick fashion, Judith's spring-loaded belly pops off to reveal a removable fetus turned infant. Because as strange as Judith is, making a doll that gives birth the traditional way probably would have made a lot of parents angry. Once the baby boy or girl, whose gender is unknown until they've been delivered, has been removed from her belly, her stomach then closes up and is magically flat again, just seconds after giving birth. If only childbirth were that easy. Number 6. The Ouija board. Now, you've probably heard of this one because it's been around for forever and a day and continues to be popular. You probably agree, though, that it is creepy. For those who don't know what a Ouija board is, it's a board game that's used by 2 or more people to contact the spirit world. A player is chosen as a medium, and everyone touches their index and middle fingers to a planchet, which is supposedly moved by a spirit in order to answer the player's various questions. Certain activities are discouraged when using the Ouija board, including taunting the spirits, asking for a physical sign of their presence, and a player asking the spirit when he or she is going to die. Is the Ouija board real, though? Many differing opinions do exist, and I say probably not. But sometimes just thinking and talking about the supernatural can scare a person, and those thoughts may linger throughout the night, which earns the Ouija board a place on my list. Number 5. Face Bank. The Face Bank, which comes in a variety of colors, can be purchased on Amazon for under $15, and it's exactly what it sounds like. A change bank with a bizarre-looking face. It was designed to teach kids to be frugal. To deposit change into the face bank, you just simply feed coins into the face's mouth, which opens in an eerily lifelike fashion to devour the money. Now, according to the advertisements, children will have so much fun with the face bank, they'll be rummaging around the house for more change to feed it. But if you ask me, the face on the face bank is just plain old creepy, and it looks like it's going to eat your soul instead. Number 4. Milky, the marvelous milking cow. This odd contraption was brought to us by Kenner. In 1977, General Foods sought the creation of a promotional toy to come along with one of its breakfast cereals, and then along came Milky, the marvelous milking cow. Now, before Milky could produce any milk, she had to drink from her bucket of water, which would require her tail to be pumped gently until her head was sufficiently lowered. Then when Milky was done drinking, she would raise her head and moo. Then you remove the bucket from beneath her and she could be milked by gently squeezing her udders. Now, if you're not convinced that Milky was a creepy toy, just hear me out because there's more. Milky also came with a variety of accessories, including milk tablets, which gave the water she drank a milk-like consistency and color. However, these tablets made the so-called milk unsafe and perhaps even poisonous for kids to drink. The toy, however, would be marketed for children as young as the age of 3. Number 3. The KABA kick game. The mere thought of children understanding the game of Russian roulette is disturbing enough on its own. Well, then comes the KABA kick game, which was first manufactured in Japan in 1993 and taught kids not only what Russian roulette was, but also how to play it. Players take turns pointing a hippo-shaped gun at their heads, and if the gun doesn't fire, the player then earns points. When the gun does fire, a small pair of feet kick out from the barrel. Is this toy harmless? Well, physically, yes, but with the tragedies that occur each year in the United States as a result of real guns falling into the wrong hands, it's best for the unpopular and obscure KABA kick game to be kept as little known as it already is. Number 2. The breastfeeding baby doll. Now, let's face it, breastfeeding is perfectly natural. Not only is it time for the stigma against breastfeeding to be put in the past where it belongs, but it's also okay to teach children about it. However, how does one go teaching a lesson that can make all the difference? Well, in 2011, Spanish company Bear One Toys released the Breast Milk Baby, a doll that makes sucking noises when held up to the sensors contained within a halter top that comes with the toy. The dolls, which come in a variety of skin tones and facial expressions, also burp and cry. Now, while I believe that most people would agree that, like I said before, breastfeeding is natural and okay for children to learn about, the maker of this doll might have more than slightly missed the mark. The product did receive a lot of backlash after hitting American shelves, with well-known Fox News personality Bill O'Reilly exclaiming, "I just want kids to be kids," and stating that we don't need this kind of stuff. Others, however, feel differently, citing the existence of dolls that are capable of other bodily functions like urinating, and dolls that are dressed provocative, which many believe are far worse of an influence on children than a breastfeeding baby doll. Number 1. Fugglers. Fugglers, also known as the Mr. Buttons dolls, were reportedly taken off of toy store shelves due to an overwhelming influx of complaints from parents who asserted that their children were so traumatized by the toy they couldn't sleep at night. Now, while this couldn't be confirmed, after seeing what these toys look like, I don't doubt it for a second. It almost gave me nightmares. A fuggler is a small plush doll with an alarmingly realistic human-like set of teeth that are sewn into it. They come in a variety of textures and colors and are available for adoption at FUGGLERS.com, which will redirect you to the local retailer that carries this nightmare fuel-inducing doll. Now, you may want to think twice before making a commitment. The website does caution the user to adopt at your own risk. After browsing the site for myself, I can't help but wonder if Fugglers are made with real human teeth. I hope you enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment below. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time on World 5.